Hello and welcome back to Oxventure Extinction, where today we are joined by special guest Shamini Bundell. Hello, how are you doing? And where can people find you on the internet?
Oh, find me on the internet, not in real life. It's just on the internet. Yeah, my name's Shamini, she, her. I'm at S Bundell in various places. I'm very excited for you to meet my character for today.
As am I. So you're all standing outside of the centre. You've just basically watched the speck of a pterodactyl sort of just making off with one of your friends and dearest companions, just sort of like, just drifting away.
I've got a feeling he's going to be okay.
He's going to be just fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I look closely to see if he's fine.
Roll me a wisdom perception check.
I mentally catalogue all of Egbert's possessions that I'm going to have now.
That's fair.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be absolutely
I think he's going to be
fine.
just fine.
Oh, good.
You know what? We'll say he dropped his mace. You've got Egbert's mace
Cool.
for now.
Just tuck that
sweet.
into my belt loop.
Yep.
The one that randomly transformogrifies.
Yeah.
Give Dob a tap.
Roll a d6.
4.
Okay, he does not turn into something else.
But does he take bludgeoning damage?
It was a tap.
It was a tap. So yes, 3. Anyway, as you sort of all stand around, maybe slightly disappointed or maybe relieved that Dob hasn't been turned into an unknown creature, you start to hear a sound just off in the distance. It is sort of... But how do your hooves go, would you say? Is it just sort of a merry clip-clop, or is it a...
Clippity-cloppity.
Right.
Yes, a very brisk clippity-cloppity, and maybe some wheels trundling as well.
Yeah, you sort of like the grind of some cartwheels, as sort of rounding a corner and coming into view. Well, comes.
Well, you see a very smart-looking centaur wearing a riding helmet, sort of like bay brown colour, pulling a large box on wheels, out of which some interesting noises are coming. Johnny will explain in a second. And yeah, she's sort of, I'd say 60s-ish, just sort of like looking around and just sort of, briskly pulling this cart along.
Is Suzette still with us? Is she sort of nearby?
Yes.
Can I shoot her a questioning look as if to be like, do you know this centaur? Hi!
Denise! Where's Denise?
I am Denise.
Denise, what happened?
I got tapped with a magic mace.
All right, coffee please, thank you.
Yep, I'll get on that straight away. I start making coffee.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Are there muddy puddles around?
Yes. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. There's a muddy puddle there with sort of like a big sort of footprint in it.
Oh, great. Okay, well, I'm going to ignore the ominous footprint and start scooping, pressing.
Cupped hands.
Yeah.
Gotta keep an eye on that footprint for later in case there's any ripple.
You're not supposed to taste it before you give it to someone else. You're not supposed to drink their coffee. You know what? Who am I to tell you?
It's done.
Oh, it's inspiration for that.
I cast prestidigitation to make it taste like coffee and also very hot.
Okay.
Drink up. No, there's no cup.
Oh my god, no.
Denise, this is not your finest work. I prefer it when there's a cup, but my hands are burning. Apart from that, it's quite good.
Is that a compliment? It's like, wow, my hands are burning. This coffee's so good.
It's not. Denise, where's Hammy?
Where's who?
Hammy!
Oh, that sounds like Hammerdale. He went into a ominous room.
A big secret
Yeah.
door that said restricted secret door on it.
You all new employees? Do you work here or?
We're part guests.
Contractors.
Yeah.
Part contractor guests.
Contractor guests.
Guest contractors. Special guests.
Excellent. I don't know if Denise mentioned I'm Marjorie Clipfangle. Lovely to meet you of the Clipfangles. I'm sure
Hello.
you've.
Do you work here?
No. Gosh, no. Hammy and I are old chums.
Okay.
I just come to, if Hammy's not around, I wanted to check out the place. I know he's been, building all sorts of exciting things here, and I'm sure it's all
very safe and a wonderful environment for the creatures. But
It's all nice and legal. Don't you worry.
I'm sure.
I cast my mind back across Dobbs' many terrible injuries he sustained last time, and I think, yeah, I'm safe.
Healed up now.
Look out for Egbert. Like, yeah.
Safe.
It's fine.
Good.
Denise emerges from the visitor centre holding a cup of coffee and goes, "Thought I heard squawking," and just kind of walks over and hands you a cup of coffee.
An intruder! I must have pretending to be. Wait a second.
Get her! Which one is the real Denise?
I don't know which one to shoot.
Yeah, I switch me and Denise back and forth rapidly.
Holding my crossbow.
I run in circles around Denise and come to...
Wait, I know how to fix this, Denise. May I try some of that coffee? It's in a cup. Do you see that?
Yeah, not hot enough, probably.
Do you see? Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, Denise.
Just like Denise always makes it.
It's bad, just like Denise. Do you bring any coffee for anyone else, Denise? It's pretty rude.
Coming up, Denise sort of turns and walks back into the
So you
visitor
can't get
centre
the staff these days.
with a real slump to her shoulders, just like, I can't believe this is my job.
Yeah. Well, it is Denise.
Well, it
I think.
isn't her job, that's the thing. It's not
As
in her
far as I
remit.
know, Denise, it is.
Come work in the fantastical dinosaur preserve, they said.
Suzette kind of goes, well, I'm sure Denise will probably notify Professor Hammerdale that you're here. He is, at the minute, in his private laboratory, shall we say, to which not even I have access. So what brings you here? I can't help but noticing you're attached to a snarling box of some kind.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go over, detach from the cart, go over, sort of knock on the outside of the box.
It kind of like jumps and sort of rattles like blah, 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 blah.
Hey,
And then stills.
Okay, hello. Hey, tell me, well, yes, we can find you a new home, aren't we? Yes, we are. It'll be lovely. Oh, tell me, well, yeah, this is Terrence.
Terrence.
Yes.
You don't know what it is yet. I just like
Doesn't
animals
matter.
with people names.
You can get a bit closer if you'd like to, Meryl.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
closer,
I'd like to,
Merwin.
Kind of face around the face.
Okay, you sort of get a bit closer and you hear like a real snuffling to the
Yeah.
point where kind of like the walls of this crate are quite thin wood. They're quite flimsy.
Yeah.
To the point where one of them is kind of like bowing in and out a little bit with this kind of, and then there's sort of a great thump, and kind of dramatically all of the sides to this crate fall away. Don't worry, there's a metal cage inside with bars, and there's some straw, and inside is. Do any of you know what a Tarrasque is?
Oh, yeah, they're bad news, right?
No.
This one's just a
I
baby.
think we all know, but I mean, probably just describe it anyway.
Okay. Well, it is kind of quadrupedal, but it kind of like is reared up on its hind legs. It's got sort of quite long arms. If you imagine like a T-Rex with actual arms that could
The
do
ultimate
things,
weapon.
but has sort of like two horns here, and then across its back, it's kind of got like almost like a carapace, but it's studded with spikes. It's got a serrated tail and a mouth just full of really razor sharp, like
that for me,
dagger-like
Johnny.
teeth.
Spell that for me.
Tarrasque. Tarrasque.
Not how I expected.
Mmm.
Whoa, okay.
But it's a baby one.
Oh.
So it's got like
It's like a Godzilla.
There we go.
it's
Yes, Joey Wowie, is your cutie pie. You cutie pie. You know, like take out a little chicken leg and
just like snatches it out of the air and just like, and then sort of does a little roar.
Time to get this magnificent beast into the wild.
well, now.
You say fiddling with the mumps.
Denise comes out with a silver tray of coffee, just looking dead behind the eyes.
Yeah, sometime today, Denise. Thanks.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Are you taking coffee though? Do you take
Like,
do
I'm
you
so
take coffee
sorry.
off the
I'm
tray?
so sorry. No.
Okay.
Merowyn's more of a tea person, but
Do you have
Denise
any tea?
can't even get the order right, Denise. Merwin's more of a tea person.
Get some tea, Denise.
I like making it myself.
And some little
I have a
biscuits
very
while you're...
particular way.
Denise,
And
there are like twin like triggers on the handles of this tray, and she goes and some fold-down legs just go. She places it down and just kind of slumps off again.
Yeah.
Don't get me tea.
She's like 7 foot something. Oh, she's getting you tea.
No.
She's also been informed to get little biscuits. So
Yeah,
she's
then
just
those
kind
sticks with crystallized sugar on them.
Yeah.
of, you just hit you. There's like a big thumbs up.
Well, I don't want any. I just wanted to know if you have them.
Okay, well, she's inside. As she sort of goes in, you hear a voice go, "Hurry up, Denise!" And then emerging from the gates, bustling along on his sort of little cane, comes Professor Hammerdale. You've not known him long, but you did not know he could move like this. There is a spring in his step. He is positively hustling to get out of this building, and he stands on the top of the steps, grabs his cane, and goes, "Fandango!" He sort of starts to like hobble his way down and like just like catch me, kind of like throws himself at you.
She's quite muscular.
Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, goodness. Oh, finally, some capable people around this place.
Yeah, right.
Present company accepted, of course. I'm
Capable of booting you in the
talking about
crotch,
Denise.
mate.
He just gestures at the silver surface. It's like, I assure you, no crotch kicking will be required
We'll
today.
We'll see, won't we? Yeah. Why have you got a Tarrasque here? They're not extinct.
We've got to
Oh, right, look, Hammy, don't ruin the surprise. Now, don't you get too excited, because
What I?
Terence, I am very insistent that Terence is going to go to the best possible home.
Yes, of course. Yes.
I'm going to need to inspect this whole facility very thoroughly before I let my little Terry loose in such a place. So I expect the highest of standards.
Clipfangler, Fandango, Fanny Wanny, come on.
Hammy.
Yet, you know I'm going to take care of it, of course. I forgot how much of a stickler you are when you've got a new specimen in the works. Fine. If you want a tour, you shall have.
Is anyone else sensing something between these two?
Better not be. I'm trying to Black Widow him for his money.
I'd forgotten about that.
Do another Sherpa.
Inspiration. Yes. Well, anyway, yes. Yes, of course. I'd be more than happy to show you the facilities, and then, I imagine you'll probably want to accompany the little mite into the wilderness and see where he chooses to settle.
He was so ickle when he came to me. Apparently, the people who gave him, they were told he was a teacup Tarrasque.
That
so.
old chestnut.
Get too big and you flush them down the toilet.
Yes. Oh, don't even get me started on sewer Tarasques. Entire cities have been razed to the ground because people just won't stop flushing Tarasques. It's irresponsible, it is.
Tell me about it.
But I'm so glad you came.
They come up through the toilet.
We're still having a few frightful teething issues. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. I should fill you in. Denise! Oh, here she comes with the tea now. The tea, Denise! Anyway, we were having some sort of, some difficulties, some unfortunate tussling with some of our more aggressive species. You see, in any environment like this, you introduce a lot of rare and endangered species, and they haven't really settled in. They need to find their sort of stomping ground, and, well, it's taken them rather a long time to do it. But the thing is, you introduce a Tarrasque, even a baby one, and it gets them thinking about where they want to live and how permanently they want to be there. So the thought is, I got in touch with my old friend Marjorie here, and I said, "Can you find me a Tarrasque?" And she said, "Probably, Hammy." And I said, "Wonderful, darling." And she said, "I'll be right on it, dear." And then the idea is we'll introduce him into the wild, and then pretty soon there'll be a pecking order established, and all of those troublesome creatures who are invading each other's territory and blah, 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 will stop it. And then we'll know where everyone lives, and, we'll sort it from there. Speaking of territory and creatures, Denise did inform me on my way out, and now I think of it, you are missing one of your number. Is it true that somebody absconded, well, I say somebody, a pterodactyl absconded with your dragonborn?
Yes. Yeah, that is true. So we will be requiring some sort of financial compensation for the loss of our party member.
Are you sure?
Yes, he was beloved to us.
We loved him, really.
Well, you don't. He's only just been snatched. For all you know, he could be back in, 90 minutes, sort of 3 hours time.
No, he was torn to shreds as he was carried away.
Oh heavens! Well,
His mace is all that remains,
Still Gaiman is in bits.
as you can see.
Nearly.
oh, the seal died
Not
too.
literally.
Oh, yes, there is a very sad seal on the floor, just going. "Bah! Boof, boof." Do you have treats on you?
Meat treats, yeah.
Oh, well, then he's found you. He's going like, "Bah!"
Another.
while sort of like
Okay,
weaving his way
okay.
between your legs, just like rubbing up against
Give
your
him,
ankles.
give him a chicken leg.
Boof, egg,
Do you want a free seal? It's free.
egg.
I think Hammy will be the best place to find her own
Yes,
this
of course,
little chappy.
we can rehome the little fellow,
Not
I'm
too
sure.
near Terrence, just
Oh,
a
no, I
suggestion.
wouldn't dream of. No.
Opposite sides.
Yes, of course. No, we'll look into that.
The
but-
thing is, you've got a Tarrasque, but
Yes.
the deadliest animal of all is man, I say. Have you thought of that?
Yes, that's why so many species here are endangered.
Yeah. So,
What's your point, Corazon?
Maybe we introduce.
I'm not sure.
We introduce man to the wild. Maybe
We're not
that
trying
will-
to kill all of these creatures.
No, we're trying to preserve them
Right. Yes.
from man.
Yes.
And presumably the Tarasque is not deadly enough to actually kill and eat everything.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet,
Hammerdale,
certainly.
two
Yeah.
questions.
Go
One,
on.
do you have any concerns that you are trying to impose an undue amount of order on the natural chaos of the natural world?
No.
Cool. Two, I believe we were expecting an update on the Brachiosaurus situation.
Yes.
How is it coming along?
Well,
You disappeared into that
presumably
room.
the Brachiosaurus making room.
Yeah.
Well, there's all sorts that goes on in behind that door. Important research, very boring research. You understand? Not really of interest to anyone at all. But yes, we do have the bones of a Brachiosaurus, and I have ordered Denise to bring them up from storage.
Okay.
So yes, if you want your Brachiosaur, we'll have Astatine just summon it up for you ASAP.
Yes, please.
Great.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Not
that's
sure how I can be more clear on this point.
okay. All right. Well, that's good. You know, it is going to take
I
a
hold up
while.
a sketchbook that has designs for a saddle.
I see.
Preliminary sketches.
Okay.
It's basically a circle. I will sit on the circle. The circle will go on the Brachiosaur.
I can probably help you with some improvements on that, but it's going to be great.
Brilliant. Cool. Great.
Okay. Well, it will take some time to put all the bones in the right order, and then of course we've got to coat the inside with blood. It's a big dinosaur, you realise. So it's
Skull here, tail here. It's easy.
Just guess the middle bit.
The middle bit doesn't matter. As long as the skull and the tail are in the right place, the middle can just be a jumble.
With all due respect, my handsome friend, this is science, not jazz.
Okay, jazz is a science, but it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, the science of music.
All I'm saying.
I play some scientific jazz.
Okay.
It's as long as it is accurate.
Roll me
I'm going to join in and do some
charisma
math.
performance, please.
There we go. See, everybody's grooving. Well, that's a 5. Do you want, plus, well, no, that's a 9 total.
Oh, you've invented bossa nova.
Nice. Yeah, everyone's enjoying it.
What I'm trying to tell you is, it's going to take us a while to have this thing ready. It'll be ready today, probably, but in the meantime, you've got a little time. So if perhaps you, because obviously I'm frightfully busy and Denise is incompetent, perhaps you could accompany Marjorie on the quest to find a suitable home for Terry.
Let's do it.
Did you have anywhere in mind for us to start?
No. Well, I thought perhaps if you just sort of
Wander
went
blindly
into
the woods. Wander blindly into the woods.
yes, that's the idea.
Well, it should be up to Terry. We should show Terry a few different spots.
Should be
Exactly.
Tarrasque led.
Yes.
Yes, I was sort of thinking if you just took him into the middle somewhere and then released him, he'll find his way out of the splendid little cage you've got him in, and then bingo bango, he's got a territory, and the order should come to the island.
Yeah.
Cool. Which way to the middle?
South.
map?
It's south. So there's sort of, if you imagine the island sort of being kind of like an upside down teardrop almost. you're like on the northern side, which is where sort of the compound is, and then there's just like island to the south with lots of different biomes. This is a rare marvel of an island. There are there's mountainous regions, there's sort of jungly regions, there's snowy regions, suitable for all sorts of different creatures.
Well, let's get out of this hub world and into one of these biomes.
Is there a sewer level?
It's full of sewer turrets.
We're not flushing the Tarrasque. We're not.
All right, let's go south then.
All right. Oh, one last thing. Denise has prepared a picnic for you. Denise! Denise is standing there. It's like, Denise has like a nice big picnic hamper.
So what's your plan for taking down this Tarrasque if it goes rogue?
Terrence is not going to go rogue. Terrence is going to follow Terrence's natural instincts. It's all part of nature, but I do have this.
Right, good.
Just to give him a little tap, just in case. That's more for your protection
I'd just
rather
like
than
to
his.
look at this Tarrasque. How terrifying does it look?
You know how sometimes you see a child gadding about with like a bunch of other children? You're like, when you grow up, you're going to be a real piece of work. Yeah. But it's a creature.
Oh, wow.
You look at it and you're like, you are going to just be the scourge of a lot of creatures' existence someday.
Okay.
Adorable.
There is just a
in
real
other
sense of
words.
innate danger coming from this. Prudence,
Unibrow.
it's rad.
I like how spiky it is.
It's just kind of there, just like, just drooling, and sort of looking around, just like with
Another piece of meat.
it's just looking around with unbridled malice at everything.
Yes.
I'm keen to not be around this thing any longer than we have to, so let's
Yeah.
go.
Marjorie, we're at your beck and call.
Yeah.
Right.
Lead the way.
To the centre.
We go magnetic south.
All right. Sure. Well, as you go, you pass like a lot of sort of different buildings with which you're becoming sort of familiar. There are sort of like food store places, and then there's the sort of holding area where Dob ill-advisedly jumped into a pen with a rabid triceratops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got impaled. P.S. But it is fine now. 8 hours sleep will fix a lot of things, it turns out.
So not that ill-advisedly, actually, really, when you think about it.
Okay, well,
And the Triceratops was, remind me,
Rabbit.
on fire.
yes.
But okay now? We don't know. Died off screen. Okay.
It's as okay as Egbert.
So this is a safe place for the animals, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're well looked after.
Hammerdale was telling us about this issue that they're having with rabies being quite prevalent in species that are brought back. But here's, that's the bad news. Here's the good news.
Yeah.
We're working on it. We may have found a cure. It was in my blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of his blood came out.
All my blood came out.
All of
and-
it?
Yeah,
Gosh.
and so basically the boffins back at base have been, we successfully brought back a non-rabid giraffe reconstructed from a skeleton.
Oh, how
which is
lovely.
Pretty cool. So
Oh.
I think problem solved.
Pretty
essentially.
scientific it was.
Well, I can see you lot are rather an asset to old Hammy. It's lovely that he's got you around.
Yeah. Fortunate to have us along.
Competent bunch.
Yeah.
Scientific geniuses, possibly.
I would say so.
Yeah.
What kind of environment are we in now?
It's starting to get more and more sort of like jungle-esque. Whereas before there was sort of a trail. You're getting to that kind of level of jungle where you're just entering a scene, or you're just having a conversation and you're having to sort of hack bits of it
Cool.
away.
Cool. Is the Tarrasque responding to this environment?
There's a lot of sniffing, but mostly it's just complaining because the ground's not very even, so the wheels of the cart are just like it's kind of just like
Well, much as I think we should let ultimately Terry choose
Right.
where Terry wants to live,
Go on.
and it should be, as Corazon was saying, a Tarrasque-led experience, an educational philosophy that I'm calling Montessorius.
Wow.
I wonder if...
Tapped off with them.
roll a d6.
6.
Well, let's find out what Dob is now. Okie dokie. Let's see now.
You're so much better at using that than Egbert. It took him a while.
Well, the
Before you
trick
told
is to
us.
remember that it can do that.
Yeah.
or just use it. You are now a...
T-Rex.
Oh no, Dob, you're a kobold now.
Yay!
What a treat.
You can speak. You can still.
I'm looking up.
You can still speak common.
Oh. Why are you all looking down at me like that?
You weren't lying about the shape-shifting thing. You were only lying about being Denise.
That's right. I can be Denise and
A kobold.
kobold. That's those are my and half orc. Those are my forms.
Thinking about
Fun.
taking his candle.
The candle won't be taken.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right, continue what
you-
you were saying about Tarrasque-led learning.
Montesaurus, yes.
I've completely forgotten my point. No, I was going to say, well, maybe, are you able to take me seriously? Are you able to take me more seriously?
What's that little kobold? He thinks he's people.
What I was saying. Have we got a canonical kobold sort of?
That now. I looked up in D&D Beyond and that.
Yeah, it's that.
There's a little voice clip.
What I was saying is that maybe we should try to do some research about torrents. We must know something about Tarrasque. We must know the kind of terrain and the prey that they generally eat. What I'm saying is maybe it doesn't have to be completely guesswork. Marjorie, you seem to know an awful lot about
I do! I 100% know all the answers to the things that you just...
Great.
Yeah, don't worry. Of course.
All of those things I know, because I have a lot of books in my manor house, which I read to pleasure.
Sounds like you're pretending to have a manor house.
It does sound a bit like that.
Okay, so, Marjorie, you've spent a lot of time in the field, so you know that a Tarrasque's general MO is eat first, ask questions later. A full-grown Tarrasque, basically, it has an action called Swallow, which basically is like, if it succeeds in a bite attack, it'll just eat it. Like, it's a proper just like, mouth comes down, thing is gone. Thing is still alive in stomach. Like, it really is just like, it'll swallow you whole and you can sort out the dying bit, basically. So it's got a voracious appetite, and it's terrifying. So the problem with being enormous and terrifying is that things tend to run away from you. So it's not really picky about what it eats. It's basically whatever it can get its teeth around. So really, it shouldn't matter over much. It is solely based on Terry's sort of just preferences.
Terry can get a little bit peckish, I would say. So what we really want is a sort of, supermarket-esque, in fact, ye old supermarket-esque.
Rich in prey.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Can I look around at the jungle
Of course.
for signs of life?
Yeah. Do you want to make me an intelligence nature check?
Yeah, that was a 3.
This place couldn't be more perfect. It's time to let him out, and he will, I'm sure, settle in right now.
This does look quite good. I'll just let's give it a try, and I'll open the cage.
Whoa.
Right,
Cool.
let's try and do less talking. Hello, out there. This is what you sound like now.
Do I have what attacks do I have?
I've literally just WhatsApped you.
Oh,
Character sheet.
brilliant.
Oh, it's not a new character sheet, it's just a thing. Let's say to all intents and purposes you are Dub, except for you've now got Draconic Cry,
Okay.
which gives advantage on attack rolls against enemies that can hear you within a 10-foot radius when you have a little scream. And you can use it 5 times per long rest, which is nice.
Great.
You're welcome.
For now, I just give Merylwyn a sidelong glance, which I think my eyes are on the sides of my head.
That's right, yeah. So you have to kind of rotate your head to... Yeah. Yeah, you've got real binocular vision. It's good. Anyway, so you've opened the cage. Terry kind of like takes a minute, stands on the precipice, and is like...
Don't be scared. It's okay.
And it has a really good look at the kobold. Drool just starts like...
Terry.
What?
No. Not the kobold, Terry.
It kind of looks at you. It's like, then why am I out of this cage?
No, Terry. What's up? What's over there? Can you see some delicious food? Not the kobold.
Sort of swinging its head, sort of steps out.
Can
Sort
you
of like,
see? Yes, you do some sniffing. Oh, yes, oh.
He's going to sort of,
so much.
sort of pads around a little bit and then kind of goes and looks at a particular tree and kind of goes over and starts like properly like like really sniffing it up and down. Maybe a wisdom perception check. Anyone who is particularly interested.
Crit.
All right. Okay.
23.
Ooh. Okie dokie.
15.
15.
It's a 1, so don't worry about me.
Don't even worry about it.
Mine's technically 28.
Oh. Ooh.
11.
Okay. This tree
can't
shall
see.
make a fine home for the Tarrasque. Job done.
All right, let's go. Who's for lunch?
I think I'm for lunch.
And then Marjorie and Dob, you notice that there are some deep kind of gouges on this tree. And in one place, the bark has been like rubbed away and the trunk of the tree is quite smooth. It seems to be this tree is frequented by something that uses it as sort of a scratching post and or kind of it's a scratching post, but it's also like a scratching post. You know what I mean. And then pretty much simultaneously, Merylwen and Corazon, you just look at it and go, cockatrice, gotta be.
We both do that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh my god!
gotta be.
It's highlighted red in your vision, yeah.
Yeah. And there's sort of like some faint scent lines going off in one direction, but also in another direction. Anyway, the Tarrasque is like just like glued to the tree, like nose just there, like just taking in that information.
You ever seen this kind of behavior before?
Trees aren't usually, it's not usually hungry for trees. It's usually more sort of meat, small people, that kind of thing. Oh, wait, don't worry.
Can I stand behind? Can I sort of like stand behind your legs?
Yeah, yes.
A cockatrice. Excuse me. A cockatrice is usually prey for a Tarrasque. Would they eat a cockatrice?
Well, isn't a cockatrice quite big?
The fossil
well.
record of a cockatrice is very different to the ones that you see typically in an adventure.
Well, I did mention that this is a reserve for endangered species. So while your common garden variety cockatrice is very, very small,
Yes.
the gargantuan cockatrice is far rarer.
Okay.
And
So
why
it hadn't been
wouldn't
extinct
I won't,
for a long time.
I won't feel the need to comment about that.
Corazon and Meryl, when you both kind of went, cockatrice, gotta be. But you're both a bit like, but they're normally small. These ones seem to be massive.
Uh-oh. And the trail's going off in two directions.
Two different directions. Yeah. Do you want to make me a little wisdom perception check there, my little perceptive friends?
Oh no.
12.
Okay. This tree shall make a fine home for the Tarrasque. It'll get on famously with the cockatrices. Cockatrices? Cockatrices.
If it's big, is it a cockatrice?
No, it's a cockatrice. That's bigger than a car. You can hear some stomping sort of off to one side. That does appear to be getting a little closer, but it could be anything.
I imagine it's making me fully bounce off the
Yeah. Dob's You can, by the way, you can have a swing at Dob again anytime you want.
Yeah, how are you doing with the kobold? Do you want to try something else?
No.
All right.
I could probably get you back to half orc.
Alright.
Given enough time.
If you think you can in one swing.
Yeah, I reckon so. It's all in the wrist, I say, giving him a little tap.
1d6 plus 1. We'll increase that modifier by 1 each time you smash him.
Okay. So 1d6 plus 1 is... what's
Which means it will work on a 5 or a 6 this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Or to use a wargaming parlance, you're looking for 5-ups.
Okay, I'm going to use my inspiration on this.
Nice.
I want to get it.
Yeah, this is a good use.
Okay, that's a 3 and a 2.
All right. Kobold, baby.
Yeah, good.
Good. Good. Well, you kind of seem to be like at a little bit of an impasse because Terry is just huffing tree.
Well, I think we should try and steer him towards this. What I think is a cockatrice making sounds over that way. I don't know. So it's up to you.
Yeah,
Seems fine.
delicious little cockatrice. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, little
sounds
morsel.
tasty for Terrence. Would you like some?
I mean, the footprints do seem quite large. I will say. So, just say.
Yeah, interesting. Well, then let's go check it out.
You're the Tarrasque expert. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sounds tasty, doesn't it? Sound tasty. Tasty, yes. Can I like point Terry towards where are we going?
That way.
Come on. Oh, that way.
You're right. Let's see.
Yeah.
It
goes
kind of
that
goes, and you see it kind of like he leans into the tree for like one last good huff and goes like, and then like you see his pupils just go, and he starts like, I mean I say, it's more like plat, plat, plat. Like a duck on a lino floor. But he's kind of like...
You know that sound.
Yeah.
As we're going
You
by,
knew what I meant. Sorry.
can I give this tree a little sniff? Because it could stuff this tree like.
I mean, yeah. Several people have said it would be a perfect.
Yeah.
Let's all have a huff.
Like, you know.
Give me an intelligence nature check or a... was it just intelligence nature? You've already done it. Ooh.
Charisma tree check.
4. 8. It's an unusual smell, but it is somehow compelling. So yeah, you have a good like...
You bottle this, make scented candles.
Musky.
You want a side hustle. Scented candle side hustle.
I mean, you are more than welcome to scoop up some of the scent from this.
Okay, I shall.
All right, you've got a bottle of cockatrice musk. Could come in handy.
Musky.
Okay. It is a compelling scent.
Plan to make a candle out of it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I actually feel a bit sick. Anyway,
For a bath bomb.
it's like egg but never left.
So I'm activating my Corazon senses and following the.
Yeah,
the
absolutely. Yeah. The path in front of you, you see the Tarrasque there, but the sort of sound narrows. So the world goes sort of grayscale, and you're just following this Tarrasque, following some sort of scent. And sure enough, Terry kind of like pushes through and sort of jumps off a log and lands like plap plap in a little clearing. And beyond that, you can see not a sleeping cockatrice, a cockatrice kind of like stomping around. Marjorie, you in particular noticed that this cockatrice looks very agitated. Like its comb is standing straight up, a lot of its like kind of vestigial feathers are kind of like bristling, and it's kind of looking around and like it's sniffing the air, and it just seems in a state of high alert. It seems to notice that something is wrong.
Is it just that I'm small, or is that quite big?
It's massive.
It's quite, it's big.
Yeah.
Although you are quite small also.
Now I know it looks very, very cute, but they actually only do that when they're in extreme distress. So,
Inspiration. So this, it is a hideous hybrid of lizard bird and bat. Sorry, cute hybrid of lizard bird and bat. And it seems very upset about something and is about 15 foot high.
Wow.
They're not meant to be that big, but this one certainly is. And it kind of like, it hears the sort of plap plap of Terry jumping into the clearing, and it swivels its head as Terry kind of swivels his head upwards. And then, like, on opposite sides of the clearing, they both go...
Yeah!
And,
This is going to rule.
Right.
Terrence gonna be eaten easily.
Am I worried about Terrence? This is like... Yeah,
Right, or maybe not. He's quite small.
yeah.
He could probably kill a cockatrice when he's big.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the apex predator.
Yeah.
just a little baby.
Yeah, it's not all.
He's icky.
Like, you know how sometimes... like some of the taverns in Geth, they'll have people on the door to make sure that no unsavory types come in, or if anyone is removing from the place, that they get removed. You know how it's always a bad idea to pick on one of those. Basically, Terry is is the one who's picking on the bouncer.
Terry.
It's not worth it.
I think we'll roll for initiative. Ooh, not great for Terry. Oh, not great for the cockatrice.
I've got 7.
It's
25.
There we go.
There it is.
Well done.
That is 14.
Great.
Synthetic 20 for me.
Okay. Prudence. Okay, so Corazon, you are up first. There is a massive cockatrice charging at a tiny Tarrasque. They're just like heading towards one another.
Cool.
You better say Terry.
I don't know him.
This sounds like it's going to rule.
All right.
So
Nature's
like,
about to take its course.
I'm going to make some notes because, I write my penny dreadfuls in my
Yes,
spare time.
absolutely.
I think this will be good.
Yeah, sure.
So what I'm going to do is sort of take detailed, descriptive notes.
Kill
Okay.
notes. I'm a
Yeah,
sketch.
great. Look, there's like twin roars. They start charging towards each other, and Corazon just licks a quill. Okay, tremendous.
They're gonna eat this up.
Maybe an intelligence nature check, please.
Oh, okay.
But this is more just sort of for the quality of your observations.
It's 18 plus 4.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Keep this in your back pocket. I'm going to say that you are making profound observations of both cockatrice and Tarrasque that, let's just say narratively, you can use to identify some sort of weak spot should it come in handy later.
Okay.
All right. Doing some of that good old-fashioned book learning. Marjorie, you're up.
I was going to look at the oversized cockatrice, threatening and going for, I assume, my
Oh, it's going for it, all right.
darling little Terry.
Yep.
And is going to say, I'm starting to feel rather miffed. And I'm going to go into a miff.
I enter a myth state.
30-foot cone of myth.
And I'm also going to say, cliffhangers! At which point, a load of ghost centaurs out here. They're all very, very posh. And they're all just sort of like pumping around with like their like tweed jackets and like different kinds of hats and props and stuff and looking like slightly confused.
Wow.
Slightly confused.
Oh my God!
They're like milling around like they're at a cocktail party.
Yes. And I am going to canter over and hit the cockatrice on the nose with my riding crop.
Wow. It's like something out of there's a popular folklore tale in Geth. It's called the Time the King Came Back. And it's like that bit where he gets off the boat and he's just got all of his dead mates with him. It's wild, absolutely wild. But for legal reasons, they're blue. And centaurs.
Sure.
We've always been
Please.
bad at titles in Geth, haven't we?
Keep it going.
Well, they make for good Tolkien points. Would you please make me that roll? Roll me that good.
Right, I'm going to
Good,
roll
good.
something.
Nice
or other.
die.
I don't usually play barbarians, so I'm not guaranteeing that this is at all correct.
No, neither historically am I. So we're good.
19 to hit.
Ooh, that'll absolutely do it.
That is 14 points of damage. Yes, and I have bonus action become miffed. And my little ghosts,
Yeah.
my ghost family,
Yep.
for this round, I think, has disadvantage on any attack that isn't me,
Okay.
due to my ghost family distracting it.
Okay.
Ghostly ancestors. And if they do go for someone other than me, Terry say, that creature has resistance to the damage.
Ooh. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining them like riding around you in a protective circle, to be like
Yes.
rah 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 rah.
Like in the other bit of that famous story and
Yes, of course, exactly. Yeah.
They're probably all seeing each other for the first time in a while. Hugo, how are you? How long has it been?
Oh, Crispin, it's you!
The Goulingdon Club.
I liked it. It made me think of something unpleasant, but I liked it.
Tons of them.
Hey!
Well, that was rad as all hell. That was Prudence. What do? Oh, the cockatrice, by the way, like its head kind of like goes snap, like it swings round and it kind of looks a bit woozy for a second.
Can I also just add, no?
Yeah, you can. Prudence.
I blast it with Eldritch Blast.
Fair. Lower the sunglasses. Steady the latte. Yeah, roll it.
All right. Okay. I'm going to roll twice. Wait. That is a... 27. Wait, no, sorry. Yeah. No, that's right. And a 12.
Okay, one hits, one misses.
Okay, cool. And then let me roll the damage for that. Oh, new dice. You're also beautiful and unfamiliar to me. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Plus charisma. Oh, man. Would you believe that's a 1 plus my charisma? 5, so 6.
Okay, that's all right. It kind of like
A casual Eldritch Blast.
it spreads its wings
Yeah.
and like a cannonball going through a sail, you just pop a like a ragged hole in its wing,
Okay.
and it goes like.
Yeah.
It's not happy about this.
Okay.
Needless to say, right. Terry's up. So
Yeah.
Terry.
Go on, Terry.
Okay.
Sweet Terry.
Oh, lovely Terry. Okie dokie. So Terry is going to try and bite the cockatrice in the ankle.
Yes, Jerry, very.
That is a hit.
Yes, Terry.
Now.
I've been trying to train him not to do that, but
Yes.
go for the ankles.
So that's 3 damage, 15 damage, 17 damage to the cockatrice.
All right.
It really,
Terry.
he kind of just goes along, and it's like a bear trap. He just goes clomp, and the cockatrice shrieks in pain. And then the moment is somewhat lessened in impact by the fact that Terry is clearly trying to swallow it whole.
Oh, bless.
So it kind of goes like, oh, and now he's just like,
Classic Terry.
Oh,
and it's just like,
little idiot.
just really trying to swallow a
time.
cockatrice whole.
Oh boy.
Every time.
Merylwen, this is a sordid little tableau. What are you going to do to change the situation?
Okay.
For better or worse?
You've got to lop it off at the knee. Give a bite-sized bit of cockatrice. Get that bit down.
Yeah, little fridge
I
pack.
often have to cut up his food for him,
Yeah.
so actually, yes, that would really help.
Chunks.
Well, we want to try and not kill this thing because it's endangered. So I'm gonna
It can live
So that
without
to
a
be a lot
leg.
more endangered.
Just a leg.
I'm gonna try and cast Entangle on the cockatrice to try and tie it in place.
Don't you care that Terry's going to choke? Terry's going to choke to death on this cockatrice.
Yeah.
You got to save one.
Do you know how to do the Heimlich maneuver on a Tarrasque? It's not how you think.
No? Well, that's the thing.
Well,
if you do it
from your
traditionally, you
eye,
get
you just
impaled.
get-
Yeah. Many's a Tarrasque that walks around with the bones of a long dead Samaritan on their back. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Yeah. You gotta hoof it in the stomach. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's what hooves are for.
Yeah.
It does help if you're a centaur.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Entangle
Okay.
on where the cockatrice is.
Sure.
A creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the plants till the spell ends. So this could entangle Terry as well.
Oh.
But hopefully just it will stop them eating each other.
Yeah. That's probably for the
Kind of like you're
best.
just holding 2 cats out.
Yeah. No.
Okie dokie. What's your spell save DC, please?
It is 15.
It's a fail for Terry.
Oh, no.
And the cockatrice.
It's fine.
Was it 15?
Yeah.
Cockatrice is okay. I wish I was joking. No.
What is it? What did it actually roll?
15. Which, as far as I'm aware, being a higher number than 14 is a pass. So yeah, basically, Terry's now just there. Like the cockatrice, I mean, isn't in a commanding position. The cockatrice has kind of just got like one of its back legs up, and like being held in sort of just like a weave of vines, was it?
Yeah, he's sort of like protected. He's like
Well, Terry's just in there like.
he's like wrapped in, you know, those
Don't try and spin this.
No. It's
Everyone's like, yes, as intended.
Just as intended. The baby is
protective vines.
defenseless.
I'm actually
Cradle
saying,
Terry.
you know those like when they put rice in like leaves and wrap it up and cook it.
So
and
people can eat it,
Yeah, I've sort of just done that to poor Terry.
Delicious. I like glutinous Tarrasque parcels.
Yeah.
Oh, my favourite. Num 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 num. Delightful.
You shoot out fragrant banana leaves to entangle.
Yeah, sod it. Yeah, he's wrapped up in banana leaves.
It's appropriate, jungly.
Yeah, in 30 minutes he's going to come out of that steamer looking delicious.
Tender and flaky.
Well, we do have fun. Well, the cockatrice is going next.
Oh, good.
So the cockatrice, I'm going to say, is going to try and get its leg free.
Oh yeah,
With a 9,
Terry
it's
does
not.
still have it trapped. I didn't completely fail. That's alright.
Well, its foot is still in the Tarrasque. It's the Tarrasque that's trapped. Let's see. Everyone's quite far away, aren't they? No one's actually within striking distance of this
I'm
thing.
miles off.
I tapped
miles
it.
off. Oh, you did tap
I
it.
did
Well,
yeah, it was in melee.
What's your armor class, please? Sorry. I appreciate your
14.
honesty. 14. Oh, that's an 18. Okie dokie. So I'm afraid you're going to take 7 points of piercing damage.
That's fine.
Could you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, that's less.
That is less.
That's not good. That's never good. Trying to decide whether to add inspiration or not.
Tell me first, and I'll let.
16.
You're fine.
Okay.
Great news. You are not turning to stone.
Although it would be a pretty badass statue.
Yeah, that's true.
Noble.
Dob,
Oh no. Okay.
you're up.
All right.
The cockatrice is just like it's kind of got its foot stuck in the mouth of the Tarrasque, and it's just like pecked the centaur. In
Right.
fact, I'm going to say that landed like on your riding helmet. You kind of like went bonk.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Well, I'm a great distance away, and probably more pertinently, a kobold.
Yes.
So I suppose I'm struggling to think of very helpful things I can do. But I don't have to be a kobold. Am I allowed to use my action to have Corazon hit me into the cockatrice like it's like with a golf club, like it's a driving range? Can I get down in the fetal position like I'm a ball? Hit me into the cockatrice. I've got a
Mace.
good feeling about the numbers.
Okay.
I'm going to be something more useful by the time I get there.
All right.
Yeah, base bold is a bonus action. So yeah, it's fine.
Is
Okay.
it still +1 or is it +2 now?
Oh, that's a point. It's +2.
Okay,
yeah.
wait. So what does this have to be
4, 5, or 6.
For us.
Yeah,
for me
four
to not
ups.
be a kobold when I arrive at the
Jane
cockatrice?
gets it.
All right. Send it, Corazon.
It's a 4.
All right. You're something else now.
Yes.
Let's find out what.
What do you think as you fly through the air?
I think good. This is going well.
And if it's not going well, it'll be over soon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because I am basically a small morsel
Yeah.
curled up in a ball heading towards the cockatrice's
So all
mouth.
outcomes are good outcomes.
Give
Yeah.
me a number between 1 and 130.
60.
Okay, that's the page number. Now give me a number. Yeah, give me a number between 1 and 20. Roll me a d20.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're an immured one now.
Ooh.
What is that?
What?
That sounds great.
I'm not sure this sounds that great. I like the cute little kobold, personally.
Good one. Let's have a look.
Oh, you're a humanoid berserker. You're practically Dob again.
Can I use inspiration and roll my d20 again and transform into something else?
Yeah, sure.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, sure. Give me another number between 1 and 130, because I'm going to say it. That page wasn't wonderful.
Okay. 112. Wait, the biggest things will be at the back of the book, right?
Yeah, probably. It's definitely not alphabetical. Yeah, roll me a d20, please. Oh, go on, roll a 1. It'd be very funny.
Roll!
It's not a 1.
No.
Sorry, it's a 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's just a named character from the Curse of Strahd.
You're Count Strahd. I'm a vampire.
Count Strahd!
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, yeah mate.
Is Count Strahd summoned from his castle to this jungle?
Dob is
or
now
is it
Count Strahd.
No, Dob is now Count
a
Strahd.
duplicate of Count Strahd.
Can we have a little description of Count Strahd?
Yeah, I'm just bringing up Strahd von Zarovich.
He's a big sexy vampire.
Yeah.
This is great.
With his mind sharp and his heart dark, Strahd von Zarovich is a formidable foe. Courage and lives beyond measure have been lost to him. Reread Chapter 1 Into the Mists to understand his personality and goals. Okay, I mean, great news. You've got 144 hit points now, so you can go wild.
Hey!
One of
While in
those-
sunlight, Strahd takes 20 radiant damage at the the of his turn
Oh, that's fine.
and has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Right, so you're going to
Curse
die
of
in
Strahd.
8 turns.
That's fine.
Okay.
This is great.
Hang on.
This is great.
Let me just...
Very happy with this.
Medium undead, 144 hit points.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Wow, charisma out the wazoo. Mm-hmm. Oh, sweet. Okay. Okay, right.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
we're back.
Sunlight hypersensitivity.
All right, so in midair I turn into the dread vampire.
Yeah.
Strahd.
Yeah.
I'm a vampire now.
Yep.
So what I'd like to do is to bite the cockatrice on its neck.
This sounds great. Yeah. Sure.
I have a hunger
Yeah, go for it.
that I must satisfy. Yeah, okay. Cool. Bite.
It is technically a restrained creature, so well done, Terry.
Yes!
All right.
Make me that roll, please.
Okay.
It's +9 to hit.
Okay. Ooh. Only a 6, so that's 15.
It's still hit.
Oh, cool. Great.
So roll me damage is 1d6 + 4, then plus 3d6 necrotic damage.
Okay. 1d6 + 4.
Right,
That's only a 1, so that's
5.
5. And then plus, say again, Johnny, sorry.
3d6 necrotic damage, please.
Ooh.
4, 2,
10.
10.
10.
Nice.
All right.
It's a nasty bite.
Yeah, it really is. What does it look like? You've done a lot of damage to this thing. It's losing this fight, suffice to say, but it's not quite dead yet.
Well, it looks amazing. From midair, the Dreadlord Strahd sort of appears, and I descend with my cloak billowing out behind me, like this.
Yes.
And I take the cockatrice in a sensual embrace, and like that, just onto the side of it, and then kind of like slide.
Victim for my ever-growing army of the undead.
Yes, and slide elegantly down the side of the cockatrice and wipe cockatrice blood.
Damn, I'm writing this all now.
It raises a wing to its forehead and swoons. And you know what? I'm taking this out of combat. It swoons. It's like, it's
Find me when you turn.
It looks pained, but also thrilled. And well, let's just
I
see.
destroy the mace, making this permanent.
It doesn't even seem to notice when there's like a snapping noise as Terry finally makes it through the shin bone of the cockatrice, and he's just there going
Yes, Terry.
and just has the
It's
has it
Well
whole.
timed.
he's still in the vine, so
Yeah, he's just there
the
like-
legs just disappear.
Like a piranha plant from Mario.
Yeah, it swallows it whole.
Yeah.
And you see it go like a and give a little roar, and there's just kind of a couple of toes poking up into the back of his throat because it's very long and he's very small.
I should probably give Dob another tap because he's going to die in like.
Sunlight.
Just get me into the shade.
Catch
Yeah,
fire.
you are taking. Yeah, you take 20 radiant damage. Oh, but the good news is all of that damage you did to the cockatrice
Yes.
has been knocked off the hit point maximum of the cockatrice and added to you. So it was. Hang on, I can work this out. You gain
Yeah.
15 hit points.
Okay.
So you're
Can
only
you
down
overcharge?
5 hit points.
Does he have like overcharge on his hit points? Just infinite HP. The more you feed.
Okay. Cool. All right.
I mean, so you want to stay as Strahd von Zarevich?
Would you?
What scars?
Would you want to? Okay.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
I'm not in running water, or no, I am in sunlight, so I can't polymorph into my mist form. Which is a shame. Or medium wolf, which is more of a shame.
no, but you can, once a day, summon 3d6 wolves.
Tasty little wolfy snacks for Terry.
This is all starting to feel unsustainable. Feeling the power of Strahd rushing to my mind, I look at all of my companions and best friends and chosen family, and they all look like big walking, talking hamburgers.
I give Dom another little tap with the.
That's a good
mace
idea.
there.
Roll a d6, you're looking for
You
3
better
ups
hope this
now.
transforms me, or Strahd doesn't like to be touched.
4.
All right, yes, here's something else. How badly do you want to become Dob again?
How mechanically, what is the pathway back to Dob? Is it random chance through? Because Dob's not even in the book. So
No.
does anyone have like?
Emotionally, you know, what do you feel about your identity as
Maybe if you
Dom?
wanted to become Dom
Thank you
enough,
for asking.
Yeah.
it would
Yeah,
die.
that's it's a when you wish upon a star kind of thing.
Okay,
Because Seal
well,
Gaiman doesn't want to go back to being a person. He
Oh
wants
yeah,
to be
Seal Gaiman used to be a
That's why
museum
he's there.
curator.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he used to be a dude.
I think I
Tell me
suppose.
Dob's inner feelings
I
about
suppose,
themselves.
I suppose what I'm feeling in this moment is that, like, as the Dreadlord Strahd von Zarevich, there's like, I feel a sort of emptiness creeping into my soul, and I don't like it. Where is the joy? Where is
Which is
the
a
joy?
gift.
Inspiration.
I wish to cast aside the gift that is.
Reject the gift.
I reject the gift. And yeah, I would dearly like to be my old self again.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say because I did a little rolling. You kind of dip in. You get hit with the mace, and you sort of dip into like a Nexus world, and for a sec you can see all the different possibilities of things you could become, like bim, 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 around you like stars, and then 2 points of light from the far beyond go whoosh, and show up in front of you. One of them is Dob. As you normally are as a half-orc, you can become your true self again. Or if you want, you can be an iron golem for a bit.
Why do you do that?
I rolled a D100 for the page number, I rolled a D20, it was an iron golem.
What's an iron golem?
Cool, it's a large construct, it's unaligned. You've got poison breath and a sword, and you can slam stuff. Multi-attack, 210 hit points.
Whoa!
It's the mightiest of
I
golems.
want to be Dob again.
All right.
Oh.
I swim through the Nexus ether towards my Dob form.
Do you see like a little montage of like Dob laughing with his friends and everyone just being like, Dob, we
Yes.
love you just as you are.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I
that's it.
get a vision of what it would be like if I remained Lord Strahd and it's everyone drained in the flame.
Well, no, it's just that, and you already started to feel this kind of coming in. You saw your friends, and you were like, "Why don't I care for them anymore? Their lives are so brief." Like even Meryl, when you're like, just a mote of dust in the wind, really.
Also, I
You
was
son of a-
heavily mocking the vampire accent.
Yeah.
also-
You look at everyone, and you're like, "Wow, their lives are so brief," and that one's a jerk. Like that one will live forever, but not anywhere near me if I have anything to do with it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I swim away from that feeling
That's fair.
towards Dob.
Yeah.
I climb back into my body through the mouth.
It's oddly sensual. You see one of the most powerful vampires that has ever been or ever will be turn into Dob, the half-orc bard, with the attendant smells and food stains and.
Did I drink blood?
I mean, some of it. It was kind of a chunky slurry.
You feel incredibly full.
Just in through the nose, out through the mouth.
Out through the mouth, you say? I vomit copiously.
Yeah, great. For 70 seconds, Dob turns into a fountain of blood. Just like, blah! and it's
I
just
was like,
endless.
Chunky cockatrice salsa.
Yep.
Let it all out, buddy. It's all right.
Cockatrice cells.
Terry gives a little gallop. Have you let Terry out of his banana leaf
yeah,
prison?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
well then he gives a little gallop and turns and just like lands under you, and it's just like and just consumes a lot of blood.
Distress.
All of the ghost ancestors are so disgusted that they just pop out.
This is exactly the kind of weird stuff you all get up to in your
Yeah.
ghost posh Centaur clubs.
Oh yeah, they just they wink out of existence. Until next time, they're gone. Right.
So this is probably not the habitat then. I'm gonna go out on a limb.
It's absolutely not
Cockatrice.
safe. I mean, this is a dangerous environment.
All right. Should we try somewhere else?
Yeah, I think let's have a wander.
Yeah, before this thing unswoons.
Will it become a vampire cockatrice?
I'll never tell.
There,
Oh,
no, it's all right.
DM's fiat.
To be continued.
All right. Lead on.
I think literally put a lead on.
Okay. Like you've seen a dog slam on the brakes when it's on a lead.
Yeah.
It's like it's that. So make me a strength athletics check, please.
Okay.
This is a 15.
No, that's a 10.
Yeah, you are not pulling this Tarrasque forward. It's moved a couple of inches and made deep furrows in the ground.
Come on.
He's trying to get at the lead and chew it. Like
Fine, I take it off.
he sort of scampers up to Marjorie and it starts weaving through your ankles again, being like, "Get a treat."
I've tried with the lead. Doesn't like it. Never works.
And he seems quite happy now. He's sort of just like he's had a nice meal of cockatrice leg. He's maimed something. He's going to sort of looking up and sort of trotting alongside you.
Somewhere lovely. We will. Somewhere.
And yeah, sure enough, he seems to be sort of happily bimbling off in a direction.
All right.
And
Tarrasque led.
after a couple of minutes, the ground sort of starts to change. It's less jungly, and you sort of start to get the trees are thinning out, and then you're sort of getting just like rocks, and sort of it's turning into grassland, and you're sort of entering into sort of like a hilly region, almost like some downs or something like that. And then there's sort of like it's further off. It turns into mountains and things. He seems quite happy about it, really. He doesn't really have ears to perk up. He doesn't have a tail to wag, but he's definitely like, he seems to be taking to this a bit better. So,
Okay.
and you're not entirely sure whether it's coincidental or whether this is part of the reason he's enjoying himself. But as you sort of start to proceed, you do see a pile of bones. There's definitely been arranged, like to the point where it's kind of like you've got a lattice of kind of femurs building almost like it looks almost like a wicker basket.
Oh.
And then you've just got like a bunch of skulls, and then like there's one of them with like, sort of like wire through the eyes and stuff, and it's holding on top of that like the antlers from a deer. It's just quite a weird, spooky, scary totem. And Terry seems to like it. Like he's sort of sniffing it and then sort of like headbutts it gently, like a cat.
Okay. You ever see anything like this before?
Well, I don't know if you know Lord Geoffrey Blomblobs, but he used to have a lot of skull decorations on his walls. This is sort of a little bit like the kind of thing. No taste. No taste of Blomblobs.
Of the Berkshire Lomblobs.
Those ones, yes.
Yeah, no.
Yes, your father is actually a friend of his.
They play golf, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Which in Geth, of course, is blood sport.
Yeah, you hit little balls of blood.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bit tacky, if you ask me, but
Especially after 18 holes.
I can't imagine that Geoffrey would be here, so
Yeah. Well, Terry seems to like it.
yes.
No accounting for taste, but
Yeah.
He seems to want to sort of lead on.
We'll follow.
Okie dokie. Yeah, he sort of continues to sort of trot up the hill, and he's sort of like now sort of wending and sniffing around the floor. And you do see sort of like some other grisly things around. There's sort of like there's a tree that's just festooned with bones.
Oh.
Like absolute, like it looks like a willow tree. That's the density of the bones that are kind of strung up and all that kind of stuff. There is a wooden sign on which, in like some hideous letters, the word "boo" has been written.
Oh.
I don't think a dinosaur did this.
Do you think this is, I mean, this is all Hammerdale's land, right? Do you think Hammerdale did this?
I think we have to consider that, yes, he did.
Hammy has better taste than this. It doesn't write boo on signs.
It does seem a bit out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Can I inspect the ground around me?
Absolutely, you can. You could do me, well, it would be a wisdom perception check or a more intelligence investigation or intelligence nature, whichever you prefer.
Oh, let's do intelligence nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, so that would be. Oh no. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Oh. You've had a good look around, and you've identified the sort of green protrusions coming from the ground, and you're reasonably sure it's grass.
I see. Okay.
Any findings, Dob?
Well, I keep them to myself because I can't be sure.
Can I also have a look around? Because I'm like, oh, Dob seems to have found something.
An intelligence nature check, please.
Just poking the grass.
Okay.
Dob, if you think this could be grass, that could be huge.
19.
19, lolly. Alrighty.
Well, soon we'll get confirmation from there on.
So, you have noticed, quite a lot of different game trails. And you notice a curious thing, like there's lots of like, there's tracks of like, rabbit and deer and all that kind of stuff. But ordinarily, especially at this time of year in Geth, you'd expect to see the tracks of like old and young creatures. But curiously here, the only tracks you see are adult. There are positively no young creatures seem to be frequenting this area.
Okay.
It's a retirement community.
Yeah, Dob, good spot. There's no young prince here. Is that what you look deep in thought?
Yes.
Yeah, so you.
Yes. Yes.
That
What
we
were you
know.
saying about some sort of young prince? Yes, I've also found him. Yes.
No.
This is his court, you say?
We are in the court of the young prince.
Okay.
Neil, damn it.
I bow deeply.
Go on,
See all
Melwin.
see all these footprints here.
Uh-huh.
Right? None of them are baby bunnies or baby deer,
Okay.
which you'd normally expect to find
You would.
around this time of year.
Okay.
It's me especially. I
Right.
really look like
Just the
looking at
grown-ups.
Yeah, it's just the grown-ups here. So,
So what could that mean?
No
not-
one's doing it.
yeah. Well,
Yes.
what? Yeah.
It must be a decree from the young prince.
Yes. No one do it anymore. Only I may do it.
Terry, for his part, at this pause in your journey while you're just looking at the ground and reading tracks, is getting very frustrated. There is a discarded helmet from a warrior on the floor, and he just kicks it and screams.
Oh. So the bones human? Do they look human?
Or humanoid.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or
Yeah, there are
centaur.
quite a few. There are humanoid bones.
Okay.
All right.
Possibly from former staff members, you're not entirely sure.
Okay.
But there are also other bones of like animals and stuff. I mean, yeah, let's say it was a skull he kicks.
I sure wish we had an iron golem with us.
But Terry's like, and clearly wants to keep going. He's just
Right,
like,
let's-
stomp.
I
All right,
say we
Terry,
let him-
lead the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I did think of
Terry
training him to be
knows.
one of those like scent pointers, you
Uh-huh.
know?
Mm.
Yes.
That way.
Blood Tarrasque.
Which way? Which way?
He
Alright.
starts.
Which way? No,
like,
you gotta do that. Okay, no,
Okay.
there. Just go, right?
Follow.
he's
Yeah,
he's,
No
okay.
elegance, you see.
he's hustling now. Like he's leading you, and you realize fairly soon he's following some sort of like footpath that's been worn in the grass by the coming and going of something or some things. And starts to lead you. Basically, you round a corner, kind of going slightly uphill, and you sort of emerge onto sort of a plateau on this sort of like moorland. it could be. It looks like it could have snowed overnight because the ground in front of you is just white
Oh.
with bone,
Yeah.
which kind of leads off down a small hill, and then the kind of
Winter Wonderland.
you've got a big spread of bones, and then the spread kind of like in the distance narrows to form sort of a point and a path, and then there is a little cave.
Oh,
Okay, can I look at the bones and check the sizing of them? I'm guessing intelligence nature.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, yeah. 17 plus 5 plus 3. Yeah. 25.
Oh, predominantly bones from a little baby.
Yeah.
It's a lot of young things.
Okay, so I think we know why there's no baby footprints over there. Because all the baby.
I would like to
feet are
walk
in
around
here.
on the baby bones. 'Cause it makes a really satisfying crunch sound
So good.
because they're kind of delicate.
Yeah, they're the crispiest.
Crunch, crunch,
yeah.
crunch.
It's really good.
Crunch. I make a bone angel.
It's wonderful. If you like, there are so many vertebrae. If you wanted to make a necklace or whatever, like
Oh,
you
like a
could
daisy
absolutely-
chain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Marilyn, carry on.
For sale, baby bones, never used. I write in my notebook.
Yeah.
I like this new sort of like prosaic, artful Corazon. It's really nice.
So much journaling.
Just appreciate the beauty in everything, even a pile of baby
Have
bones.
this bone lay.
Oh, thanks.
I wandered
Getting from the
lonely,
bone
all alone, on a field of broken bone. Terry, for his part, has just continued to absolutely book it.
Oh.
No,
Stop
This
it!
is like,
cave.
this is real bad vibes.
There's
This old place.
something calling all the baby animals here and it got.
He's a baby animal!
He is baby animal.
He's gonna get turned into baby bones.
Gallop after Terry! Heal! Heal! No, we're
He's
not
just
playing
like,
dice!
he's hooling. Well, make me a strength athletics check, please.
He's going to the baby.
Oh, that's a 20.
Oh.
Oh.
I think I might be quite strong. That's a 24. So that's a 26. Back in math.
Is it 26?
Yeah.
Oh, you have beaten me then.
Yes.
He is-
Strong centaur.
He has reached like the bottom of the sort of like dip and is now on the now narrowing path towards the cave mouth. It's like dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. And you, are you scruffing him? Are
It's
you?
quite low down and I'm quite high.
You are.
I was said like bending is not the centaur's strong point.
No.
Getting down.
Leash.
I'm not quite sure how to get down.
Well,
there.
I mean, you must have scooped him up somehow when you originally procured him.
Yeah,
Net, I
yeah.
imagine.
Knee slide.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
A four knee slide.
I'm going to knee slide. Yes.
That is rad. yeah. God, you're damn right.
Yeah.
Flying V materializes.
Incredible. Yeah, and you scoop up Terry's. They're just like very unhappy, and you hear ahead of you just a voice saying, "Oh, heavens!" And you look up, and there is just like an elderly lady standing in front of the cave, like, "Oh my!"
Oh. Hello. Yeah. Lovely to meet you.
Why is all these baby bones here? Why are all the babies coming here?
What Merowyn said.
Yeah. Why you
What?
got all these baby bones?
There's
What?
Baby weirdo.
Come closer, dear.
yeah.
My vision's not so good. I don't
Let's cast
know
all
who
our
you are.
spells.
Yeah, well, sorry, I reached elf adulthood in a previous adventure, so you can't
Alright, brag.
control me.
What? An elf? Is it? I can't see terribly well. I can just about make out. Hello.
Yeah.
you're-
No. Yes.
Listen.
Just. Okay.
What is that thing?
No.
What is
I'm gonna
that
like
thing?
hold Terry
Old is what it is.
on one side
Very
and
old.
go to
So old.
go to handshake.
This
with
is
him
old.
on the other side.
This is old Terry.
Like brittle,
Oh,
brittle,
no.
brittle lady. Brittle lady.
Old Terry.
Brittle old lady. What is it?
It's an adult.
Licking mouth. Like it's gonna eat. She's gonna eat him.
It's an adult teapot Tarrasque.
Yeah.
They only grow to this size because they're teapot size.
Well, heavens. It's charming.
Very
I
mature.
think Terry's like trying to get at the lady.
I don't like this.
Hey, lady. I think we're going to give you approximately 10 seconds to explain the presence of this enormous amount of baby bones. and then we're probably going to try and attack
all
and
our
kill
spells
you.
at once.
Yeah.
What's that, dear? Baby bone?
10, 9,
Well, hold on a moment.
8.
I suppose. Well, this is all rather sudden. Could we not talk about this?
I cast
just
Shatter.
an old lady.
While she's confused, can I try and sneak around back of her and get in the cave and look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
good,
go
that's
ahead.
good.
Yeah. Make me wisdom perception check, please, Corazon. No, intelligence investigation, actually.
It's a dirty 20.
Ooh, lovely. It appears to be the home of just like this hermit's cave, really. There's a cooking fire with sort of a pot of stew bubbling away, and
Can I
there's sort of
divulge the contents of the stew? Can I divine it? From
Yeah.
its scent?
from its scent, some sort of pork, maybe.
Some kind of
Baby.
long pork.
Yeah, there's sort of a stew pot bubbling away. There's sort of a bookcase with a few like odds and ends, and like there's bric-a-brac and like jars of like herbs and stuff like that. There's
any
a
of the books
bed which
called,
is
like, how to-
approximately 8 foot long and about 6 foot wide.
That's an enormous bed for an old lady.
Mm.
Are any of the books called like How to Kill All Babies or anything?
No.
No. Damn. Okay, she's got some sort of meat stew. She's got an enormous bed. That's all. That's all we got.
Are you telling us this?
Yeah, I've popped back out.
Oh, right.
And outside you just cast Shatter.
Yes.
Oh,
Dob! Remind me, is it
missed that.
is it a saving throw that I have to make, or is it a...
It is.
Well, folks, seems like a pretty normal old lady. Don't know what to tell you.
No way.
Good
No
thing we didn't
way.
cast Shatter on her.
My gut's never wrong. Okay.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sorry. Constitution saving
Wow.
throw.
All she wanted to do was build a mountain of baby bones.
yeah. I respect it.
Look, I gave her 10 seconds. 15.
She has whiffed it. Not by much. Rolled a 14. So she's taken some damage, I assume.
Yeah, full send. Full spell slot, I think. 17.
17 points of damage. Okay. That is fine. Well, it depends. It depends who you're talking to, really. Where exactly? Why am I asking this question? Where have you cast Shatter? Are you like trying to hit her in the stomach, or like where are you brutalizing the old
This
lady?
old lady.
What are you shattering?
Center mass, I think I probably would have aimed for. So yeah, 10 whole seconds. It's a mountain of baby bones.
Living alone, minding her own business.
Maybe
a
someone else
crone.
put them out there in the middle of the night.
Center mass is my answer, Johnny.
Okay. She gives a wheeze like an old set of bellows, just like a. And she goes, "Ow!" As her voice kind of deepens, she suddenly just like goes whoop, and grows into about like an 8 foot tall, probably like sort of blue grey skinned. I don't want to use the word hag, but hag with kind of like branches and like skulls kind of like coming off of her, and like she's got sort of long grasping hands, and like she's absolutely like jacked, and she goes, "Oh, why did you do that?"
I gesture broadly to the baby bones.
There is an awkward pause. And I think we'll pick it up next week.
All right.